Have you ever made a decision you were absolutely sure about and later realized it was completely wrong? Maybe you trusted your gut in a conversation, or made a quick financial choice, or judged someone within seconds. What if I told you that your brain is constantly switching between two very different systems of thinking? System 1 is fast, automatic, emotional, and instinctive. System 2 is slow, deliberate, logical, and effortful. Most of the time, System 1 is in control. It helps you drive a familiar route, recognize emotions in a face, or answer simple questions instantly. System 2, on the other hand, kicks in when things get difficult, like solving math problems, making complex decisions, or focusing. The key insight is this: we think we are rational System 2 thinkers, but we actually live most of our lives in System 1. System 1 is like your brain's autopilot. It is fast, emotional, intuitive, and energy efficient. For example, if I say 2 plus 2, you don't think, you just know the answer. Or if you see an angry face in a crowd, you don't analyze it, you just feel it. But System 1 also has a weakness. It jumps to conclusions. It uses mental shortcuts called heuristics. These are useful, but they can lead to errors. For example, if something feels familiar, we assume it is true. If something is easy to remember, we assume it happens often. If someone sounds confident, we assume they are correct. System 2 is the opposite. It is slow, logical, careful, and effortful. You use System 2 when you multiply large numbers, compare complex options, or learn something new. The problem is that System 2 is lazy. It avoids effort whenever possible. So even when we should think carefully, we often let System 1 decide for us. This leads to systematic thinking errors called cognitive biases. One example is the anchoring effect. The first number or idea you hear influences your judgment. If something is first shown as expensive, later prices seem cheaper, even if they are not. Another is the availability heuristic. We think something is more likely if we can easily remember examples. For instance, after hearing about plane crashes, people often think flying is dangerous, even though it is extremely safe. There is also overconfidence. People tend to believe their judgments are more accurate than they really are. And loss aversion. Losses feel more painful than gains feel good. Losing €100 hurts more than gaining €100 feels satisfying. These biases affect decisions in business, investing, relationships, and everyday life. The important lesson is that most mistakes don't come from lack of intelligence, but from automatic thinking that was never questioned. We cannot turn off System 1, and we don't want to. It keeps us fast and efficient. But we can learn to recognize when it is in control and slow down when it matters. The main message of thinking fast and slow is simple. Your mind is not one system. It is a constant interaction between fast intuition and slow reasoning. And better decisions come from knowing when to pause and think more carefully.